welcome to day 5 of Speed Week. Today we are in Spartanburg for another crit. Again, doing the 2-3s. Feeling way better physically, so I'm pretty stoked on this. Kaylin's not here anymore, she had to go back home, so I'm putting my phone against the pole to try to get these videos. Hopefully the videos are good enough for you guys. I hope you enjoy it. I'm just gonna go as hard as I can trying to finish in the front group today, and we'll just see how it goes. Here we go, finally clipping in properly. You guys know we've been working on that. So I get a good start here. This is a fun course. It's very much like day 1 of Speed Week, Athens 4-corner downtown course with this little riser here, and again at the finish line. This back straight is a crosswind, so it comes from the left side here. So on the right is where you're gonna get the most rest, as you see that I'm doing basically no watts, and I'm able to move up the field through everyone else's draft. So I figured that out on the first lap, which was cool and useful, but first lap we start really hard nonetheless, and you see that by my heart rate, and I was just excited to go. You see on the left here a national champion. I'm not sure what he's a national champion of, but I believe he is George Hincapie's son, as George was at the start line giving him some tips. So this is the finish straight and into the first lap, crazy attacks. So these two guys in front of me attack really hard up the hill. I followed because I was third wheel, and I just felt like that was the thing to do. They're basically closing the gap for the next guy, and they go in really hot. The guy doesn't see me coming and cuts the corner in. Fortunately, I don't know how I got over that. Let's look at it again. You see those guys going to the barrier because they were coming in too hot. I go right over his bike and somehow don't go down. I realize I'm good. The bike is good. I take some gears, go some gears down, and just start chasing, assuming that the race is going. Soon after this, when we get to the finish line, they tell us that the race is neutral, and I'm just going to skip ahead here to lap 9. So on lap 9 is when we resumed racing. So from lap 2 to lap 9, we were just going around as they were clearing the course and taking the injured rider out. I don't know how he's doing. I hope he's well. Only one rider didn't get up and was taken by, as you can see there on the right side, was taken by the ambulance. The other guys, the bike that you saw in front of me was too broken to keep going, but the third guy that went down got up and got back on the race. So this crit started as a 45-minute crit, but then pretty much 15 minutes of that was taken out. So we're looking at a 30-minute crit from here on to the end. That means that all these Cat 2-3s are ready to race and just excited. And on this flat course means a lot of attacking and chasing and just trying to get away, even though it's almost obviously a field sprint kind of course. So my goal here was to just hang on, try to save energy and finish the race in the front group, not get dropped for once in this whole series. So again, I was using the ends of the straights to move up in the field. I realized what I believed were the best lines and took those, saving energy and trying to just stay towards those top 10 wheels that usually mean it's the safest place to be. So you guys see here, we're 10 laps in. 8 of those were neutral, and we're looking at a 36 lap crit. So there's quite a bit to go, but it's really fast, and that doesn't mean the fact that it's short, that it's going to be any easier. Actually, quite the opposite. And so I'm going to play just one more lap here for you guys to see the kind of level that we're looking at for the people that want to win, because obviously not everyone's a sprinter, and so pretty much every time up this hill, so the finish line is kind of on a hill. It's not really a hill, but it's a little bit, and then it's kind of down towards this first corner where the crash was, and at this point most people are aware to not go too crazy and know the line to take so that it doesn't people don't crash. They also move the barriers to be a little bit more helpful and let us take the corner a little wider. There's the curb there on the side, which is a little sketchy, but after doing it a couple times, everyone realized that was there and knew to avoid it. So this was like kind of the first time that everyone just kind of looked around and tried to decide what was going to happen, because obviously people were realizing this was going to be a field sprint kind of race. That didn't stop people from attacking though, and you see we get really bunched here in this back straight, which is the easiest part to draft, and then we turn to the finish line straight, and obviously you can see the attacks coming. Whoever has the freshest legs is just about to go for it. That guy with the red sleeves there on the left, also a previous national champion, I believe, very strong right here, and you see that he's ready to go with whoever wants to go. If he doesn't just go by himself, he does go by himself. So the pace is just constantly like that. Skipping ahead here to lap 35, 2 to go, and we're all bunched up. It's been a really hard race. You can see by my heart rate that I haven't been having it easy. It's been hard, period. I'm trying again just to stay as much towards the front as possible and save energy and just see what happens. But at this point, I have no hope in a sprint. I'm literally just trying to still finish in the group. So we have about 1.5 laps to go at this point. The group is very bunched up. You see here we're pretty much 5-6 riders wide on the course, and we're kind of going over the barriers here on the right. Again, I'm not gonna grab the brakes, or just avoid grabbing the brakes as much as possible so that I don't waste energy, so that I don't open a gap that then I have to waste energy closing said gap. Here we're going uphill and my legs are really not there anymore, so I'm just trying to do the minimum effort possible to stay kind of at the same speed as the group. So now we're in the last lap. You see the front of the race is not that far, but I'm way too far back to fight for those front positions. Still, I'm guaranteed at this point a finish in the front group. But then in the back straight here, you see that people attack, obviously, because not everyone's confident in their sprint and try to go long. And I honestly thought I was about to get dropped. Fortunately, I had just enough speed to where I could catch up before the corner with the draft and just, cornering and stuff. I braked a little less than everyone and used that momentum to slide myself back into the group. Obviously, I'm way too far to mix it up with those guys up there, but, I put my head down and put as much power down as I can at this point after everything, and I have no idea what position I finished in. I was happy with this result. I'm happy with this result just considering how the previous days were, and excited for the last 2 days of Speed Week. So look out for those videos in the next coming days, and I'll see you then.